which has the title of the project is Battle Dress for the Warrior Woman, so hence the title of this show. My research is mainly about Aboriginal history and conflict in this country, because I've always had a bit of a problem with the fact that the history of Aboriginal Australia hasn't been properly represented in our history books. Henry Reynolds actually started my MBA off for me because I went to a symposium that he was having in Brisbane a few years ago, and he was proposing an Aboriginal memorial for the Aboriginal dead, and I'm like, the nerve of this guy, who does he think he is, you know, proposing a memorial? Shouldn't he be asking, you know, Aboriginal people and community groups and so forth, shouldn't he be asking us? And I was very indignant, and I rang them up and I tried to get our students from Beaubocage involved in the symposium because he was running it out of QUT, and I spoke to whoever was organising it, and they said, oh, you know, Henry is far too busy to, you know, be involving any more people. And I said, well, who has he got involved in doing this project? And he said, oh, some architect students from QUT. They're going to propose some monument or memorial. And that's what started off my MBA project. And I went along to his symposium, and I think I was one of 2 Aboriginal people at the symposium, and a lot of other people were there. And Henry asked the audience what did they think would be a good memorial for Aboriginal people, and I got up and I said, well, you could give us our land back. That'd be a wonderful monumental gesture, I would think. And I kept putting my hand up and jumping up and asking all these saying embarrassing things, and in the end he just went really red, and I tried to talk to him after, and he wouldn't have anything to do with that. He just didn't want to deal with it at all. Anyway, so I got mad enough that it gave me, you know, something to write about. And then I became very interested in conflict, and particularly from the conflicts that took place in North Queensland. The Bank Massacre is about a conflict that took place in North Queensland in 1884, where I found this little document about Ergon Bank Massacre because I went to the Beecham Historical Society in Cairns, and they're absolutely marvellous sources of I couldn't believe that, you know, this detailed report of this massacre wasn't in a history book somewhere. Why wasn't I able to find out about these things? And the more I read, and I looked at a lot of Henry Reynolds' source information that he used to write his books, and I found a lot of really valuable sources for my research anyway. But you know, and then I got on to this the history wars. I don't know if many of you know about the history wars, where Stuart McIntyre and some other fellow, they were actually arguing about whether a lot of the conflicts that took place ever happened, and stolen generation stuff, whether people were actually stolen or not. I suppose when you have evidence that is documented like this, then you know that there's an awful lot of things that did actually take place, and that Aboriginal people have put up with a lot in this country.
Yeah, you're thinking of Keith Windshovel, for instance.
Keith Windshovel is the guy I was thinking of too.
And the irony is, because it's not written in the big history books, he hasn't noticed it, but it's all in the local ones. It's all in the local records.
But that's the thing. Local history hasn't made it to national history, and it should. You know, there's only very few people that's been brave enough to talk about these things. And they were people like Henry Reynolds, and I was very interested in engaging Henry, but he just, you know, he is really
The ironic thing is, Henry thinks he's on your side, but he won't listen to your...
Well, Henry's found out that he's one of us now. So, so that's the latest I've heard. I don't know about you, but yeah, that he's now discovered his Aboriginality. So I don't know what he's going to write about now. Probably write about the other side. Yes. So yeah, a lot of my work is about Aboriginal issues and concerns I have about Aboriginal history and conflict that took place in this country. So the warrior woman is a bit of a flight of fancy, I suppose, and because of my background in costume, and Kathy and I worked a lot. Bonnie was just saying she'd seen an old colleague of mine, I loved costume. More than fashion, I love costume. I love the whole kind of creative process. I hope to do a little bit more of that in my work. I don't know how saleable things like that might be, but it certainly myself, someone who's had a long history in painting, but I like it a lot. I hope to do lots more, but I always believe an artist should have more than one string to their bow, and I like to try as many different mediums as I can. I think I have the problem that nobody actually told me I couldn't do anything. So I try new things all the time. I don't limit myself, and I don't think artists should try everything you can. And having said that, I failed to produce my little whirligig things that I'd actually tried to create these.
Mobile works.
Theatrical.
Anyway, they never made it. But they're still sitting there staring at me. I go home every night and they're sitting there. I've just left them. Decided, in the interest of getting the show done, I'd better leave them behind. So that's where I've left them.
In the true tradition of the theatre, the show must go on.
Yes, it must. It certainly must. So, I don't know, is there any